All right, folks. September 9th. Oh, no, turn that on. All right, oh my God, 7:25. You're fucking joking, bro. I got ready hella late this morning. Fucking hell. I mean, I'll make it there still around the time I gotta get out the car, but that's the issue. I still gotta put my shirt on. I still gotta put my shoes on. I gotta walk in there, try to be in there by 7:30. And it's just like, oh my God. Yeah, I woke up at 6 this morning, and I was just like, oh fuck me, running. Got up, used the bathroom. Well, got up, kicked back for like 10 minutes. Then I used the bathroom. It was 6:30, and I was like, oh shit. So I had to try to do everything under 10 minutes. It turned out to be 15 minutes since it's 6:50. Damn it. I don't know why I wasn't woken up this morning. I guess my mom didn't go to work again or something like that. I don't know. So, but with that being said, yeah, I'm not fully awake, but at least I got a good amount of sleep. Fell asleep at like 10, woke up at 6, so it's good enough. Tuesday. So, yeah, part 2 of 5. So, yesterday was chill. It's starting to get more and more chill every day. I still don't think the bosses like me very much, which is really too bad, because I'm not trying to be on anyone's bad side. But, I mean, I have almost gotten argumentative with Felicia, so it's just like, But, yeah, last week when we got pulled into the office, I was about to say something, but I am not even 3 months in yet, so it's just not worth the risk getting fired. But with that being said, I kind of blanked out. I'm still really tired this morning. So, yesterday, yeah, it was chill. So, for the most part. So, our homeowners association is really kicking up a storm with us. They're just kicking up a storm, man. So, last time they fined us $500, I think. Now they're finding us $750 for not even 20 feet of yard. So I suggested legal action because I just did the yard. And the homeowners association, they're weird. They're very weird people. Honestly, they're very weird people. To give a note to everyone, do not live in a place with homeowners association. Unless they're super nice and welcoming. But these people, man, they suck. Sure, we signed up to take care of the lawn, but our lawn is not as bad as other people. It's not like we leave the grass for dead and all that. That yard had dandelions before we started living there. That yard was filled with crabgrass. It was filled with mold before we moved in there. Or not mold, whatever the, moss. Not mold, sorry. It was filled with moss. You know, the corner of the house had moss before we even moved in that house. Tyler tried to rake it up. I tried to rake it up. Tyler did rake it up, and then it came back. You know, I felt bad for him because I didn't really help him, you know, but I should have. I should have helped him, you know. But you know, the one side of the yard, it had a bunch of crabgrass and all that shit, but Justin managed to pull it out. Now it's all patchy, which, you know, we tried to put seeds back in it, but never grew back for some reason. And then, fuck, man. Then you got the other side, which is crabgrass everywhere, bro. Crabgrass is fucking everywhere, dude. Dandelions, man. The ones where you blow it and it, like, floats everywhere. And then you got the actual dandelion flowers, you know. It's just like, dude, fuck off. You know what I mean? Tried annihilating all of it with weed killer. That didn't work. You know, so we're completely annihilating the grass. We're going to completely annihilate the grass this weekend with weed and grass killer, and then we're going to try to start over in the spring. Because it's just like, dude, this is getting ridiculous where we're getting constantly fined for not even 20 feet of yard, and they're doubling it, tripling it, quadrupling it every fucking time. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. But then, you know, it's partially our fault because we didn't buy good equipment to do it. So, because it was 10 feet a yard, we bought a really crappy lawnmower, we bought a really crappy weed eater, we bought a really crappy leaf blower. I mean, the leaf blower does what it can. It doesn't do a great job, but it does what it can. And the weed eater too, but I can't seem to figure out how to get a weed eater wire in, so of course I'm wasting wire, and it's just like, oh my god, bro. It's frustrating, man. That was hella frustrating. Yeah, with that being said, though, it's just like, yeah, you know, it's frustrating, bro. $750 for not even 20 feet of grass. $750. As if they don't already milk us 3,000 fucking bucks a month. Plus bills. It's terrible, man. It's fucking terrible. My mom is working her ass off trying to get all this shit down, and then you get more shit piling on her. It's terrible. It's fucking terrible. But there's nothing nobody else can do about it because, you know, we put ourselves in this hole. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping we'll be able to get out of that house at some point. I love that house, but the people that run this house are fucking nuts. They are nuts. They're nuts, and they're out of that homeowner association, man. They're out of pocket. They're fucking crazy ass bitches, man. And they're weird. They'll park in front of people's houses. They'll take pictures. They're weird about... I'm pretty sure it's the lady behind our house in the minivan that drives around asking about whose kids are these that are causing trouble, and she'll follow them home. It's just like, bro, act like a fucking grown-up and just go away. You scared the kids off. Don't follow them to their house because you're going to end up fucking getting chewed out. Even if the kids cause a lot of trouble, but they're kids. I was a kid in the neighborhood too, but sometimes I got after the kids too, so I get it. You know, but not all. I'm not Squidward. I'm not the Squidward of the neighborhood. I had a kid throw a snowball at my window one time, and I yelled at him, "Don't fucking throw snowballs in my house." It was loud. It scared the fuck out of me, you know. But you never know. It could have been a rock, and a kid throws a rock in a window, you know, without knowing there's a rock in the snowball. But I was pissed. I was like, what the fuck, bro? Get the fuck out of here, dude. But kids are kids. They don't know. They don't really know any better. You know what I mean? But still, you know, I'm not going to follow them in their house and try to tell their mom and dad what the fuck. They threw a snowball at my house. Like, come on. Come on. They never did it again after that. But, see, you know, it's just like, because when I went home that one day, I wasn't filming, but I was heading home, and she pulled this car in front of me over, and she was talking to the person in the car, and I recognized the old lady, because I was like, oh my god, it's this bitch, because the bitch yelled at me when I parked in front of her house, and she wanted me to move, and she doesn't own the fucking street, so technically I didn't have to move. I didn't have to move. So, it's just like, I did not have to move. So, but I did. I was just being humble, shutting the fuck up, and just moving. I was just like, okay. So, of course, I screeched my tires, and I fucking drove on, and I screeched them until I got to the back of the house. And that's when I learned I could park behind the garage. And I was like, oh, okay. You know, as long as I can do that, you know, as long as I can park behind the garage, then I'll do that. Or on the side of the house where the garbages are. You know, I'll park there on like the 4th of July or something like that, or the holiday if I don't get home from work or something like that. But anyway, yeah, so they pulled that shit yesterday, and, you know, I just felt so sorry for everybody in the house, including myself, that we dug such a nasty hole on each other. It's terrible, you know? It's fucking terrible. You know, it's fucking terrible, honestly, what's been going on with all that. Having my car payments and barely making it with that, you know. I love this car, but that's the one thing I regret is the $1,200 payments. Yeah, it got it off of my mom's plate, but it's not off of my mom's plate, which that was not what I was hoping. But $1,200 a month for this car is outrageous. Honestly, that's outrageous, bruh. But it's a Ford Mustang GT. You know, almost 500 horsepower. It's just like, yeah, you know, you get what you pay for at 22. So I wasn't really thinking smart. Again, I really loved my Challenger, but the payments were so much easier on that. But if it wasn't for this car, I never would have jumped on the hire full time. You know what I mean? It's because of this car that it snapped to reality that I needed to get into full-time jobs. Because I was doing part-time with the Challenger. And I was still at the arcade. So if it wasn't for me moving to the Challenger, I still probably would have been there right now. Probably. Who knows? But I probably would have wanted to leave anyway, because they cut my hours down at the beginning of... Man, it's been a year ago. It's been a year since they cut my hours down. Actually, a year on my birthday. Honestly, it'll be going on a year on my birthday that they cut my hours down. So, a few more months, a few more weeks. And then in November 11th will be a whole year that I've been out of the arcade. I wasn't treated very nicely there, and I mean, I was treated better than the gym, but I wasn't treated all that nice there. The pay was okay, $18.25, $18.50 for what it was, but cutting my hours down and just the bosses just being fucking dicks. It's just like, bro, I'm done. But anyway, I'm gonna end it here so then I can make a part 2, see what I can talk about.